Hello, hi. Again, I want to meet you in this Chukat Torah portion. Chukat means decree or the commandments. We knew the story of Moses. He led the people in Israel, and in the desert land, Miriam dies, and they build the tabernacle and all the whole story. But there is a story which always gets into a different perspective. The story of the rock and the Moses. God told Moses for the second time to speak to the rock. Instead of speaking to the rock, Moses went and hit the rock, and water gushed out, that's for sure. Water gushed out, but Moses and Aaron was not allowed to enter in the land of Canaan. And that promised land opportunity was missed to Moses. We all knew about this one. Most of us, we put this category in kind of Moses' disobedience or Moses' anger. And we classify Moses into a place that, he's an angry man or something. This has been kind of teachings were going around the world all these days. But there is an inner meaning towards this when you do approach through an Hebrew version. God always, talks to the people to communicate to the generations after generations, especially the Torah portions, especially the commandments. He told them, you have to teach your kids, your generation, thousands and thousands of generations after. You must do it every single day. This was God's kind of a covenant or kind of a commandment to the Jewish people. So there is some connection to this one and to beating of the rocks. I know that public rebelled against Moses, and they were complaining to Moses, and Moses could not take their complaint, their pressure, and then he went and beat the rock, and we all knew that what's happening. So what is the lesson that we are learning? In the very important lesson is, nowadays I want to also connect it to the happenings in the church community nowadays. I was posting in my Facebook Live regarding the problems or regarding the fightings happening in the churches. I saw in one church that people were taking guns and chains and the sticks and the rods to attend some of the meetings, because they're expecting some kind of a fight will trigger there, so they want to use it, they want to beat each other. This is so saddening. This is very saddening. Bible never teaches us take the rod or take the pipe. Instead, we have a different culture back home. We think that we can punish the people to correct their mistakes. We think that we can give a physical torture so that they will come to the straight point, or to the normal life, or to the obedient life, or to the life that we expected, the behavior that we expected. So that's what our back home culture is. Absolutely, Bible is totally against to that one. Even Western cultures are not doing like this. Even this has been taught in our childhood, because we get beatings from our parents when we do mistakes. They beat it. They say that in Tamil, they say that adi udavuduru pola annan thambi kuda udavamata, meaning that the beatings that you use or you give to the people or to the persons, even your brothers will not help you like the beatings help you in getting the truth or in getting the in straightening of certain things. In the police officers, in the police department, they beat the people. So there is a kind of a culture that we grew, but the Bible talks totally against that one. And even the Western culture understood this one. Western cultures, there's a problem that they don't beat the kids. And there is a law. If they cannot beat the kids, they can spank the kids for some time, but they can never beat the kids. Kids can call police, and there are a lot of police cases that kids called about their parents in these countries. But how about in our countries? Why it's happening? What is that? But I'm not talking about the laws made by the governments and the public system. But I'm talking about the laws made by God. what God said to us, what God told to us. When God told Moses, speak to the rock, but he beat, and he made all the people, he did it in front of everybody. He did it in before all the 2 million Jewish people were standing there, and he did this one, and God punished him for that. The lesson what God is trying to tell you is, however the situation is, maybe the rock situation that you can never make this one to understand to the people. Never hit anybody. Never hit your kids. Speak to them. Speak to them. Speak to them. Speaking is very important. Do not ever touch your generation or touch your kids. Even though their hearts are just like rock, you should always teach them. You should always talk to them. Never ever touch the people. That's a very important demonstration God was giving to all the people of Israelites. But after all the Christian community, we took it in a different sense. We took it because we took it. It's a Moses disobedience. Well, it's Moses disobedience, or however it is. God was teaching them, because before this, God allowed him to beat the rock. But now God is telling that you should speak to the rock, because whole generation must understand you must speak to the rock. However the rock situation, however the situation, however your situation, maybe your church situation, maybe your family situation, or maybe your relationship situation, maybe fully rock type of a situation. It's nobody can hear, nobody listen you, nobody wants to obey you, but you can never handle the stick. Folks, this is the curse that Moses got. If Moses was rejected, or Moses was stopped to enter into the Canaan land, how about us if we are going to do the same thing when we take the sticks and enter into the church? It's going to be a problem, folks. It's going to be a generational curse. It's going to be a generational curse. That's a Chukat, the decree of Moses. This is what it is. When he beat the rock, he lost his opportunity. So don't ever beat anything. Don't ever handle the stick. Don't ever handle the rods. Always speak to them. Speak to them. Speak them. Speak them the commandments. Speak to them. That's the only thing God was giving a demonstration in the desert land. Folks, Chukat, meaning the decrees. So I will come back and continue more on this Chukat in future days. And I'm sorry that I couldn't able to get you lately, because I was out of the state. I was running around for a job, and I couldn't able to accomplish so many things. I'm so sorry for this one. So I will be coming back and again posting you. And please feel free to talk to me and comment me. I'm having a dead group of people. No one comments anything. So I'm not telling anything bad against you, but I just wanted to make sure that I am reaching you, and at least you're listening to this one or not. At least we're gaining something or not. So don't make me pop. I'm not going to get popular, very popular because of your comments or anything. No. I've already achieved what I'm supposed to be achieving. I'm not requiring anything more in my life. I just want to make sure that you are listening to this one, or you are really, agreeing with my points, what I'm telling. Or if you don't agree, also I won't have that negative comments to me. So until I come back with another portion, be safe, be good. Shabbat shalom. Bye.